Hey y'all, welcome to the 7th House Tarot. So we're going to do a quick reading today, and it's going to kind of be a general. So we'll do a seer span, so it'll represent you in the present situation. And then there will be health and physical, friendship and life, immediate concern and spiritual harmony, and then finally signifies wealth and material prosperity. Okay, so we're going to pick one card that represents you or the current situation. We have Medusa. Okay, so jealousy leads to downfall. So that is the current situation or your energy. So either you might be having some jealousy or someone else might be jealous of you in this situation. Let's go ahead and draw our other cards and then we can jump into that. So our second card is going to be health and physical well-being. So let's pull a card for that. We have the Oracle, seek wisdom and guidance from elders. Okay. And then card number 3 is going to represent love and friendship in your life. And I have hindrance. Fate has blocked this path for you. This is not turning out well. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. So 3 is going to be the immediate concern. So let's pick a card for the immediate concern. I have the Satyr. I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't look good. Revelry and indulgence. Okay. So that is our immediate concern. Okay. So the next card will be spiritual harmony. So let's pick one for spiritual harmony. We have the Green Man, the forces of nature favor you. Okay, I do like that. I feel like that is like grounding, I feel like. Okay, so, and then the 6th card will signify wealth and material prosperity. So the King, authority and diplomacy. All right. So let's clarify these oracle cards and then we'll jump into some tarot to just kind of see if they can walk us through this message here. So we have Medusa, and I'm going to read this right from the book. So Medusa represents envy and corruption of beauty. This tragic mythical being may also signify an act of jealous rage, exile, or harsh punishment. Excessive jealousy leads to downfall. Then next we have the oracle card. Okay, so the Oracle card is the supreme keeper of knowledge. Seek wisdom and guidance from elders, consult books, teachers, or knowledgeable authorities. The Oracle may also represent a sacrifice made in the quest for wisdom. Okay, so keep in mind that was in our health and physical. So they're telling you to seek wisdom and guidance from elders, consult books, teachers, or knowledge authorities. So if you do have something concerning going on, first of all, pay attention to your body. Secondly, if you do have something going on, please educate yourself or reach out to someone who is specialized in the area that you might need to seek wisdom in. Okay. If you're not having any concerning health issues, maybe there's something that you're looking for some more knowledge on, and you can find that by doing a little bit of research. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me help you out here. Okay. And then so then in our love, we have the hindrance card. And so this is the woodland fairy presents an unavoidable delay. However, there is merely a temporary setback. Try another approach to attain your goal. View the problem from a different perspective to find an alternate solution. So this was in our love. So it could be love, it could be friendship. So maybe you're having some delays. Maybe the connection that you're supposed to find is stalled. We will definitely find some more on that as we move ahead. Okay, so this little fella here, remember, is in our most immediate concern. And this gentleman is playful, mischievous, and prone to overindulgence. He is a symbol of music, dance, and celebration. He also represents decadent, lustful, and lewd behavior. Okay. So then in the spiritual, we had the Greenman, and the Greenman is the guardian of the forest. Thus, he represents a deep reverence for all living things and a love of the outdoors. The forces of nature favor you. So then in our wealth and prosperity, we had the king. The king represents a dominant male figure, a distinguished and wise man. The king is a natural leader who assesses and takes charge of any situation. He is, at times, a lawmaker and a judge, and must balance power and diplomacy. The king also represents great riches and inheritance. So let's see if we can string this together before we get out the tarot and try to get a message here. So in your current energy and situation, you have Medusa. So there's an emotional atmosphere here. It's charged with feelings of comparison, insecurity, or resentment. But this is your energy or the current situation. So it could be you, or it could be someone else is jealous of you in your environment. So Medusa here, it isn't a warning. It's a call to self-awareness. Jealousy can be a teacher if you ask what it is I truly desire rather than simply feeling stuck in the situation. Because, then here we have seeking knowledge. So this shows that and this was in your health, it's a learning phase. You're searching for truth and deeper understanding. So maybe in the health with the learning, maybe this is shadow work and mental health versus physical health, possibly. Like maybe you're seeking clarity to level out some of the feelings that you're having. This could mean research, spiritual study, self-reflection, or even uncovering hidden truths in relationship or life choices here. And then we have the hindrance in your love space and your friendship space. So there's a blockage or delay here. Communication may be stifled, timing may be off, or emotional barriers exist. This isn't necessarily permanent. It's a sign that some patience, inner work, or honest conversation is needed to move forward here. And then in our immediate concern, we have that overindulgence and the unhealthy behaviors. There's a current tendency to lean into excessive or distractions here. This could be emotional overindulgence, could be overthinking, or even physical indulgence that numbs rather than heals, some toxic behaviors. This is an area to bring awareness to, especially if it's tied to escaping jealousy, hindrance, or discomfort here. And then in our spiritual space, we had the green one, remember? So this is actually a beautiful sign here. Despite inner struggles, there's alignment with something greater. The forces of nature working in your favor, meaning blessings, synchronicities, and support are flowing in here. Even if yet you can't see the full picture, I think trust in the timing here. And then the king in your material wealth and prosperity here. This shows a position of control, leadership, or strategic influence. It could mean a strong figure is helping you financially, or you are stepping into a role of authority yourself. Diplomacy will be key here to handle your resources wisely. Okay, so I'd like to take a moment here just to kind of clarify. First of all, what is the immediate concern? Because that's kind of what we're focused on. Can we clarify this overindulgence, this immediate concern here? Okay, so you have the 8 of coins, which is, a dedication to your craft, achievements, work related typically. Clarify this 8 of coins for me. Okay, we've got lunar eclipse, which is a deep emotional cleanse, or it might be a new emotional cycle or seeing clearly. It could be endings. Clarify this lunar eclipse for me in our immediate concern. Clarify this lunar eclipse. Page of Wands, so lack of self-confidence. And this Page of Wands is in the reverse. Okay, so what this combination tells me is your overindulgence is a sign of inner restlessness and resistance to change here. Whether you realize it or not, the part of you may be avoiding it through distraction. The reverse Page of Wands shows you may feel uncertain or blocked in your direction right now. This is a reminder that transformation requires both openness and commitment to grow. What are we overindulging in? What is the overindulgence? Ace of Swords, so lack of ideas, clouded judgment. Okay, clarify this Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, Eight of Swords, self-entrapment here. Okay. Clouded judgment, negative thoughts. The Knight of Wands, unpredictable. So you've got Aries energy here. So it's kind of like you are resistant to, like you're avoiding the truth and you don't want to face the feeling of being stuck. The overindulgence is your coping mechanism. So maybe you're overspending, maybe you're online shopping, maybe you have some kind of vice that you are overindulging in to, avoid dealing with whatever emotions that you need to deal with here. It's kind of what I'm getting. Let's see. So let's see what the advice is here. What is the advice? The waxing moon. So gaining strength. Clarify this waxing moon. Clarify this waxing moon. Two of Cups. Okay, so Two of Cups, you've got an unhealthy attachment. Codependency. Queen of Wands. So we've got Queen of Wands is Leo energy, but it's someone who is charming, confident. It seems like maybe you have an unhealthy attachment with this Queen of Wands energy. It could be a fire sign. Oh, but then you've got the Ten of Coins. Okay, so this is kind of making sense now with this combination here. So it looks like you have an unhealthy attachment, which is tied to growing but a misaligned connection here. So you could possibly be in a current situation, love connection, one that gives a sense of security or stability, but at the cost of your freedom and personal growth. Like the Two of Cups reverse shows this relationship or attachment is stuck in imbalance or conflict here. The Queen of Wands says there's a need to reclaim your confidence and personal power rather than deriving it from the attachment. The Ten of Coins suggests part of this is rooted in long-term comfort and tradition or a sense of security that makes it harder to let go. So it's kind of like you might be unhappy in this connection, but you're hanging in there because it's familiar, it's comfortable, even though you're not completely happy here. Okay, so let's keep trucking here. I'm starting to think this king in your financial, in your wealth, is this person that there's a hindrance and block with, that you've got some unhealthy attachment with here. It's starting to come together here. So clarify this king for me. Clarify this king in our financial and prosperity. Okay, so justice, reverse, guilt and blame, karmic avoidance, unfair victimization, being shamed and blamed, retribution, imbalance here. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I mean, got the Lovers. Yep. And there's imbalance in the love connection with this king energy. I kind of think we saw that coming, didn't we? That was a spill. I'm not taking all those cards. Okay. So now that we've pulled this together, like what is the jealousy here? What is the viewer? What are they jealous of? What are they jealous of? Why are they in this Medusa energy? Six of Swords, better time ahead. Tranquility, conflicts resolved. Okay, so you're jealous of someone else has a better relationship than you, or maybe you wish you had more happiness here. Ten of Cups, disconnected family here. Better times ahead, imbalance, discord, inauthentic relationships, a false sense of security. Okay. Seven of Cups. Good things take time. Long-term view coming to fruition here. Okay, is there anything else that we need to string this together? The Temperance. So there's a lack of perspective here, or there's an imbalance. This Temperance is in reverse. You have the Sun card. You have the Eight of Cups, walking away from what doesn't serve you. It's time to move on, letting go. The Tower. So there's a change here. The King of Cups, there's your king. So emotional mastery. Okay. That's also Cancer energy and the King of Cups, if that resonates with anyone here. Okay, we have Ace of Cups, new beginnings. Okay, so let's string these together and get a consensus here. Okay, so what this tells me is the jealousy and the envy energy, it's not random. It's rooted in a complex situation of emotional transition and imbalance. Recently, there was a Tower moment. Something happened. There was a change, possibly in your relationship is what I'm kind of getting, leaving you emotionally disturbed, just distraught. You're in a reflective phase right now, trying to evaluate what's changed and then trying to figure out what's next. The Temperance reverse and the Sun reverse show that you're struggling with imbalance and a loss of joy or clarity, which fuels insecurity and envy here. The Eight of Cups shows that you're walking away from something emotionally important, but you're still processing it. The King of Cups suggests you desire emotional mastery and stability, but you're not there yet. The Ace of Coins points to a potential new beginning, something tangible or grounded that could shift your path, but you're not fully open to it yet. Why aren't we open to it? Why is the viewer Four of Cups? Okay, so self-serving disinterest. You feel like you're missing out on an opportunity. Unmotivated, dissatisfied. Okay, why the Four of Cups? The King of Swords. Okay, so either there's another person in the mix. This is Libra energy on this King of Swords. It's in reverse. So it's someone who could lack integrity or be kind of a loose cannon here. Or this could be that you're just not open to the opportunity because you're in a period of emotional withdrawal and mental confusion. You're just dissatisfied and a tendency to overlook what's right in front of you. While the reverse King of Swords suggests a lack of clarity, rigid thinking, or emotional bias is keeping you closed off, there's a need to break free from this overthinking and to realign your mindset here so you can see the possibilities clearly, like being able to, see the tree through the forest, I guess is what they say. So you're missing this opportunity because you're not looking, you don't have your eyes open. You're not looking at it. You're too busy dwelling on other things, thinking that you missed out on an opportunity. So if you have someone in your life that you are feeling questionable about, let me rephrase that. If you have someone in your life that you feel like you are missing out on because they're not on the same path you're on, let that person be them and you be you. And when it's right, and if it'll align, it will align. And if not, you will move on to the next opportunity that is in your path for you. And you're relying on divine timing here. Okay. Any other messages for this connection? Any other messages for this reading for the viewer? I see we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune and reversed and the Hermit card. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune reverse suggests missed opportunities, resistance to change, or ignoring guidance from the universe. It can indicate that luck is being blocked because you're not in alignment, perhaps due to fear, stubbornness, or a lack of awareness here. This card is essentially saying don't close the door on your own fortune. Okay. The Hermit card represents introspection, inner wisdom, solitude, and seeking the truth. It's a gentle but powerful reminder that clarity comes from going inward. Okay. This card needs, this card is telling you to pause, reflect deeply, and listen to your own inner guidance before moving forward here. So together, these cards say, don't miss your own fortune by ignoring your inner truth. Step back, reflect, and seek clarity before making a decision. Your guidance is within you. Okay. This is all clear to call pause and self-reflect and realign before leaping forward, because ignoring that inner wisdom is what blocks the opportunities coming your way. So that's what I have for you today. If this resonated, please hit the like button, and I will see you in the next reading.